I've been a member of BNI for about 10 years. I think it was about 5 years ago that I met Simone when she came over to Melbourne to give a presentation to Melbourne-based BNI members about leveraging LinkedIn. Little did I know that I ended up using some simple tactics that she mentions in her book to build and maintain my connection with her all these years later. Simone and I connected on LinkedIn. I followed all her social media pages and profiles across all the different channels. When Simone's in Melbourne, we'll catch up. If I'm in SA, we'll catch up when we can. I recently attended one of her BNI chapters via Zoom, and I'll definitely be having a beer at the Duke of Brunswick when I'm allowed next to going to South Australia. In her book, Simone mentioned disc profiling. Simone and I have very similar behavioural styles. We're both high D and high I, and I think that's why I loved her book. It's full of interesting stories that show how networking works, and it contains practical tips that you can implement straight away. These practical tips are clearly marked and easy to implement. You just have to implement them. It was a great experience reading this book. I read it in one sitting. In many sections, I was nodding along thinking of how I'd seen similar results from similar interactions. In other sections, I made notes in the margins where my results had been different. I'll try Simone's tactics next time and see if my stories get a different result. Whether you're just starting out networking or whether you've been a business owner for 20 years like I have, you will get something out of this book. I'll refer back to this book regularly, even if it's just using it as a checklist to make sure I'm doing all the things I should be and not taking any shortcuts. With relationship building, there are no shortcuts. Making friends and building networks takes time. This book can help be your roadmap for this journey. Do yourself a favour and get a copy today.